Some of you have had past life experiences where you've been very rich and you've abused the power and you feel really guilty about it. You are so abusive. It wasn't the money, it was your power. Or maybe money was power to the power game, but you've now shut off that money flow because you're afraid you're going to abuse it. I can tell you right now, you're not going to, even if you try to. You can't. You simply can't. When you reach a point of consciousness, you can no longer abuse it. It's offensive. It's appalling. You wouldn't want to do it. You're going to have a lot of abundance, and you're going to share it, not out of guilt. You're just going to share it because, and it'll keep flowing in, and you're not going to abuse it. You have too much consciousness right now about things like power. Power is an illusion. You don't need power. Power is for people who don't realize that everything is already within. Yes, there is guilt in you and many others like you about the whole issue of abundance, about having money and the evils of money. And so much of this came from church training or religious training, where nobody's supposed to have any other than the church. They certainly don't have an abundance issue. They have plenty of it. But it was a great way to finance the religions of the planet. It was a great way to control people. So there was a whole kind of a nasty energy of abundance that was implanted on this planet. This nasty energy of not being worthy, of not allowing the abundance, of being held in poverty, it's in the soil, it's in the rivers, it's in the sky, it's in the food you eat, it's in the air all around you that you breathe in. It's not just in you, in your mind or in your consciousness. It's everywhere because it's been such an important part of the human nature for such a long time. Part of you, the guilty, a lot of you used to be Catholic, guilty Catholic part is like, oh, but I shouldn't be spending that kind of money. And what if? Do it. Damn it, do it. And watch how your life changes. If you sit and worry about a budget on a tree like this, 10 years from now, you're still going to be crawling around on the ground on your hands and knees wondering where abundance is going to come from. If you do it and let the energy flow, it's there. And 10 years from now, you're going to have 5 trees like this or more. It follows. Abundance follows abundance. Quality follows quality. And when you're cheaping out on yourself, you're doing yourself the greatest disfavor when you're cheaping out on you. And I know, I can hear it all. I can hear so many of you online right now. But Adamus, you don't understand. I don't have any money. I don't have any bills. Well, yes, because you've been living cheaply. And if you'd been living abundantly, you would have all the things you want. Absolutely. Live in abundance. Live in quality or don't live at all. I really want you to feel that. This is kind of like the big point here. The I am is for giving to you, for you to receive. And the I am is forgiving. Always forgiving, no matter how you judge yourself. It's always forgiving. This is kind of the key. It's kind of boiling it down to basics. Now the question is, are you going to receive what the I am is giving to you? An abundance of energy. No limitations, no holding back. And are you going to allow the forgiving of the I am for the things you've judged to be wrong, the things where you still carry guilt and shame? That's the line in the sand. You have to choose right now. But no, you don't have to, but I'd like you to choose right now. It's either end the suffering in your life, not for the planet, don't worry about them. End the suffering in your life. Allow the givingness of the I am without limitation, without holding back, without there's kind of like a counter negotiation that I see happen sometime. Here the I am is like opening and saying, it's all yours. Life, happiness, abundance, it's all yours. And then the human, feeling tiny and guilty and continuing suffering, will negotiate that or counter negotiate and basically say, well, I can't accept all that. I'll accept a little bit of it for a very short period of time, but then I got to go back to my old way of suffering because otherwise I might be led astray. It's time to get over that consciousness right now. It's time to let go of all that suffering, all the old concepts of abundance, all the kind of the old, they're really religious overtones of guilt related to allowing your own energy to serve you. That's it. Time to get over all those.
When you allow abundance, it is not taking anything away from them. That it would be assuming that there's a limited amount of money or energy in this world, and there's not. There's plenty to go around. When you take on this attitude of lack, it is only adding to the consciousness of lack in this world. If you want to change the world, you want to see everybody getting fed well and well educated and with the appropriate housing and the things that are needed in life. Be the example. Be the example. Stop feeling sorry for everyone else. Be the example and the light. That will change the dynamics of mass consciousness. It will be a standard for others. It will be something that you can talk about in your own gatherings and workshops or books, to talk about how you went from the consciousness of lack into the consciousness of acceptance. Acceptance without feeling guilty about it. For each and every one of you, and for all of Shaumbra, it is simply a state of consciousness, what you want to be, what you want to accept. Nothing else has to be done. You don't have to work for it. It is there, period. And that is one of the biggest holdbacks with Shaumbra right now, that we will continue to address energetically and in words in our gatherings, but to say, isn't it time for all of us, for all of you, to have that abundance?